What's up, guys, and welcome on back for another episode of Pokemon Crystal. This is our 21st episode of the series. I'm super excited. We've already beaten the total number of episodes for Yellow. Yellow was way too long because I never grinded. But this series, we actually have had several grinding montages and one missed grinding montage. Goodness. Anyway, but we're super excited because we're back here in the Victory Road. Let's go ahead and start. Ooh, okay. Bite. Here we go. Awesome. We're just going to be training up Shiny a little bit more because I believe Shiny is still our lowest level by far. So Big Uzi's at level 48. He does not need the experience share anymore. Let's go ahead and take that. And we're going to give it to Carlos. I think this is actually the first time I've had to give Carlos the experience share, which is kind of sad. But we need to get him up a few more levels as well. Baby. Surf. Ooh, that's what I've forgotten to do. I've forgotten to change over Shiny's moveset. Okay, so let me go back actually and let me do that. Because we don't need cut anymore. I was just using it it's a freaking Caterpie, why not? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm actually gonna go back this way and I'm going to call on Carlos and he's... Give me a second, guys. We gotta get back into Kanto territory, or into Johto territory before I can do that. And we can still do some grinding over here, which is nice. Stun Spore is not nice, but whatever. We can still do a little bit of grinding. And do Bite. So Stantler's just a normal type. This is where I get confused on a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon. Like the Gen 1s are pretty easy. Gen 3 I know just so well because of how often I played those games as a kid. But Gen 2 confuses the crap out of me. I always used to think that Pokemon like Corsola were Gen 3 Pokemon. Are we already back into Johto already, or is this still Kanto? I'm not sure. Let me look at the map. Okay. Oh goodness, my nose is itching. I mentioned... Nope, we're still in Kanto. I mentioned in one of the last episodes that my car was having a lot of car issues. Well, they continued, and I'm now officially carless. I mean, it's parked in my driveway, but it's not going anywhere, so that's fun. So this weekend, my mom is coming up, and my brother's going with me because my brother's also looking for a car. They've got a baby on the way. So he's looking for a car as well. We're going to go up here to Blackthorn City. I'm pretty sure that's where the move tutor is. I don't know what he wants in return, though. Because don't they usually want something in return? Yeah, move deleter. Okay, we want Shiny to get rid of Cut. Done. Awesome. Now the move relearner. I'm gonna actually look this up because I have no idea. Yep, okay. I have no idea where to find this. But anyway, so basically my car, when it overheated on Thursday of last week. And so I went and I got it fixed. They had they found a leak in the plug or in one of the pipes to the radiator. And so it was just leaking coolant onto the engine. It was really bad. So they fixed the leak. They fixed the thermostat. They did everything that they were supposed to do. Cost me $400. So then this is Crystal. So I got my car back on Friday. I drove it for a tiny bit. I drove it for a tiny bit on Saturday. Sunday, I drove it to work and back, and then to my grandmother's house. And on the way to my grandmother's house, it started doing this kind of stuttering. And yeah, and the check engine light started flashing, which is not good. Turns out there were some... Oh, what? No! We don't have a move relearner. That sucks. There's no move relearner in Gen 2. Fun! So let's look at some TMs to try to give shiny then. Because we might have something really cool for her. Triple kick, protect, swift, pound, skull bash. My moves suck! Future sight though. Let's see, can it... Shiny can learn future sight. Hydro pump, she's gonna learn that anyway. Vine whip, can it learn vine whip? Not able to learn vine whip. Amnesia, cotton's force, sandstorm, constrict, fury, swipes, hypnosis, leech life, rain dance, supersonic, psych. Can you learn psychic? Nope. Villain and big Uzi. I don't understand that. Okay, yeah, so basically we're just gonna go over here with future sight and give that to shiny. Cool. So now we have to make our way back into Kanto. So, oops, hit the wrong button. Carlos, fly us back to New Barktown. And we're just gonna surf on over here. Or fight a Mewtwo, cool. It did it again! It did it again! It had another freaking Berserk gene! I have never found another Mewtwo that did that. Wow, okay. Cool. So it wasn't just a one-time try then. Awesome. We're gonna go back here to Viridian City, heal up, and then make our way back into the Pokemon League. But anyway, so I made it to my grandmother's. I parked it there, and I was like, we're not going to lunch, which was the plan. I was going to take them out for Cinco de Mayo, but that didn't happen. And basically, I managed to drive my car all the way back to the same shop because my uncle was like, oh, it's your timing belt. They probably put it on wrong when they took your car apart to get to the leak, because it took them 3 hours to get to the leak, which was awful. So basically I took it back to them. They said it wasn't a timing belt. They said it was a misfiring cylinder in your engine, specifically cylinder number 5. And I was like, okay, so what does that mean for me? And they said, well, it's gonna be $500 for spark plugs. I was like, for real? And he said, for real. So I called my brother, I told my brother what was going on, and he said, call another shop down the street. And this was actually the shop that I was going to take my car to when it broke down when I first started working. I broke down my very first day of work. It was awful. I got stuck in Cookout parking lot. Oh gosh, it was a big mess. That was when I blew my fuel pump, which that's a $600 fix, by the way, guys. Don't blow your fuel pump. Do you know how you fix that? Don't write it on empty. That was not my fault. My friend did that. But anyway, he drove it for like a month or two. Yeah, we were there for 7 weeks. So he drove it for almost 2 months, pretty much on empty the whole time. He'd put in like $5 at a time instead of putting in a full tank and letting the tank run down. But anyway, neither here nor there on that. So I called the other place and they're like, yeah, no. First off, you probably shouldn't be driving your car right now, especially if you do have, misfiring in your engine of any sort. But first, you probably ought to have a head gasket test. And I was like, what's a head gasket test? So basically, a head gasket is I'm still actually kind of confused on this. So if the head gasket is blown on your car is toast regardless of the rest of the car's condition. Because it'll just stop working. Yeah. So I'm just sitting there like, okay. I said, how much is the test? Because they said, now the test is actually a charged test. Because most of the time, if it's a regular, you know, just examine the engine sort of test, they do it for free. And he said, well, it's going to be $90. I was like, yikes. Okay, $90. And he's like, well, yeah. And we're going to give you a better deal on your spark plugs. It's instead of $500 you're going to pay, or $550 or whatever it was, we'll charge you $350 or $375, I think was what it was. And I was like, that is a better deal. Well, my grandmother calls me and says, you better take it to this other shop. And if you don't, you know, grandmother's being a pain in the butt. And I was like, fine, I'll call them. Well, they actually gave me the best deal out of them all. They said, for the head gasket test, it'll be $48. I was like, that's already a better deal. And I said, what about the spark plugs in case my car is actually fine? And he said, well, that'll be $275. I was like, already so much better. So I waited. I picked my car up from the first shop, said thank you, and I walked out the door. And I went on and I went back to work because my work was right in between the two shops. And then after work, I took my, yes, finally an ice type move. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have taught it for future sake because that's a really cool move. And that's just a waste of TM now. I'm actually going to get rid of Rain Dance. Yep. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, but I took it to the shop after work, and I got there right before 5, and the guys were really sweet. They closed at 6, but they ended up staying it was like 6:15 before I left. So they basically said, here's the breakdown of your car, and I actually have my receipts from this because the one fix, which was the spark plugs and all that, yes, the spark plugs were $275 to begin with, but when you add on how much per coil and all that stuff you gotta pay, yeah, the total was gonna be $700. $707.77 was the total. But he also said, on top of that, your uncle was right, you do have an issue with your timing belt. And though not pressing at the moment, is going to be a $662.26 fix. My car is not worth that. Yeah. So I had to say goodbye to my car. And I'm super sad. So this weekend I become a first-time car buyer. Because whenever we got my car, my mom paid for it. My mom technically was the one who bought it. And then she sold it to me for $1 out of my dad's wallet that we put right back in my dad's wallet. Oh my goodness. I think we have to beat the Elite Four once more before we can go challenge Red. But I'm not sure if they boost the levels or not. But I'm just going to keep... Because Red's going to be hard. Because I know when you have levels boosted, he's got like a level 100. I want to say his Pikachu is like a level 65 or something crazy like that. Now I'm curious. Let's go look it up, somebody. Oh. Scotty actually is messaging me. That's cool. Let's do Red Crystal fight. No, I don't want Red the game. I want here we go. Let's just do Pokemon Crystal. Pokemon Crystal Red fight. Or just put Red then. Maybe I'll need to put Mount Silver or whatever it is. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is him. So let's see. In the games. Okay, Pokemon. Gold, Silver, and Crystal. His Pikachu's level 81. His Espeon 73. Snorlax is 75. Venusaur is 77. Charizard is 77. And Blastoise is 77. My highest isn't even level 50 yet. Wow. Like I'm... Oh, that was dumb. I should have just hit Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam would one-shot. Oh my goodness. I don't... Wow. Just wow. That hurts. That hurts the pride a little bit. Oh my goodness. But this is good practicing for shiny. So I guess we're just going to spend this entire episode grinding, which is fine by me. I don't mind doing a little bit of grinding. Let's do bite instead. Oh my goodness. And we can also be technically grinding in the Elite Four. That's no problem. I should have used future. Let's do future sight. So that way even if I fall asleep again, which I did. Yay. Oh, okay, we surfed it anyway. Doesn't matter. Cool. Let's see. Yep. 41, 44, 43, 44, 48, and 44. Yikes. Shiny. Da 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 da. Okay, have any of you guys seen the voice play Moana medley that they did? Voice play is an a cappella group, but they're really freaking good. They brought in a girl to help them because I think they were down a member anyway. So they brought her on specifically to be Moana, you know. But they go through all the different parts of the movie, all the different songs. And it's really funny because they have the bass sing Shiny. And I will never hear that song the same way. It's freaking fantastic. I love it. Frick. Knew I should have future sight. Hey, at least we don't have to wait a turn in this gen like you do in Gen 1. That was the most annoying thing about Gen 1, I think. There were so many things that were annoying, but definitely the having to wait a turn after you fell asleep was just annoying as crap. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up. So let's talk about something other than my depressing car story. Ooh, I know. So I've been on the healthy grind, and I haven't been going to the gym to do like serious workouts or anything, but I've been doing, you know, just little small workouts, push-ups, sit-ups, that sort of thing. But I have been eating a lot healthier. I've been doing a calorie counter, so I'm trying to stay away from lots of sugars if I can, lots of carbs, because I know those things add up. So what is your favorite, you know, kind of healthy meal? So I do a chicken Caesar salad. It's so good. I'll throw in some sausage and some ham, like just deli ham, and then there's a specific type of sausage that I use from Aldi. It's got these it's almost like a bratwurst where it's got these like pockets of like flavored things in it. Like there's one that's a tomato basil flavor, and I use that for pizza and for the salad. And there's another one that's feta and spinach. I've used that for the salad. It's just really good is what it is. That's another thing I do. I do a low-carb pizza. Now, granted, it is high in fat. Very high in fat. But it's low-carb. which is nice because the crust isn't made from, it isn't made from flour. It isn't made from cauliflower like everybody seems to think it is. It's actually made from cream cheese. Just cream cheese, egg, a little bit of Parmesan, a little bit of salt and pepper, or not salt, just pepper and garlic powder. And that's really it. Eggs, I think I said. Did I say eggs? And you make that as your base, and then you just put whatever on top you want. And it was so funny. I sent the picture to my mom right after I'd made it. And I said, look at this thing. It's so good. Just don't forget to, you know, let it rest in between, because I did. It just made it a little harder to pick up. But she said, you've got people drooling over here. It was so fun. But I loved making that. That one was really fun. It was really easy, actually, because my aunt has a hand mixer. I usually prefer the standing KitchenAids, but sometimes you just need a hand mixer. And this is one of those that, like, the hand mixer was very, very nice to have. But yeah, so I made that. I technically made sort of kind of healthy brownies once. And that was because I forgot that my aunt didn't have any oil. So I had to substitute banana, which she actually did have some bananas that she'd gotten for me. So that was nice. So I had to substitute that. They weren't as good. They were very cakey compared to, you know, the very soft and gooey that I love of brownies. And that's probably the only reason why I like brownies. Is because I hate cake. And I hate, you know, just like, I hate the consistency of cake. I don't know if I've told you this story, but I figured it out a couple years ago why my brother and I don't like cake. So between December 1, this was a few years ago, mind you. Between December 1 and February 1, in my family, we had, I think, about 11 people with birthdays. 3 of us were kids. And there's actually another kid, but she's part of my mom's family that we don't get to see a whole lot because they live elsewhere. All my dad's family lives right around where we do, within 2 hours of us. Whereas my mom's family, my mom is a military brat, so they live everywhere. But yeah. So 11 people with birthdays, and everyone wanted their own freaking birthday cake, and I hate birthday cake now. I remember the last time I had a birthday cake for a birthday party was my cousin. So I am the second oldest of the cousins on my dad's side of the family. So you've got my brother's the oldest, me, and then my cousin Jordan, and then his sister Alexis are right after each other. And then there you have a younger sister who, Samantha, who is, I think she's 9. I think she'll be turning 10 this year. Yeah, so significantly less than the rest of us. But, yeah, because my brother is 26. Yeah, because I'm 23. He's 26 now. Jordan is 19, 20. I think he's 20 now. Jeez, he's 20. Golly. And Alexis is 18. Yeah, that's right. He's 20. She's 18. And then Samantha is about to be 10. So yeah, definite little whoops there, but shh. But yeah, so Jordan and Alexis and I all have birthdays in January. And it was at one of their birthday parties, because we always used to go bowling for their combined birthday. Yeah, that was what it was. They did a combined birthday, but they each had a cake. So there were 2 different cakes, always. And so we went bowling almost every year, which I love bowling. I've been one time since I got so sick my freshman year with mono, freshman in high school. And I lost pretty much all my upper body strength, and I couldn't even really hold the bowling ball. Like, it was miserable. But I was a good I don't have any more serves. Aurora beam them. But like, I'm a really good bowler. When when I have the strength, you know. I've been building up my strength, so I really ought to go try bowling again at some point. I would love to go bowling. I love bowling. Like, everybody's like, oh, you should go skating. I suck at skating. I do not have the balance for that. But anyway, so we'd have 2 different birthday cakes at their parties, and there was one here, I want to say one of them was turning 8, so I would have, Jordan must have been turning 8, so I would have been 11 years old, because his birthday's after mine. So, and I was just like, I can't stand it anymore. And my brother at that point was like, I agree. I can't stand it. And so we both were just like, nope, we're done. We don't need this garbage anymore. And so we just... Did we ever go get the badge from Pewter City? I think we did. I think, yeah, wait, yeah, we did. We totally did. I'm behind on my editing. I've only gotten through episode... This might be... What episode number is this? Did I do all of that in episode 20? Yeah, I must have. Okay. I must have done a lot in the last episode and I didn't even think about it. Haha. Because I edited episode 19 last night. I'm trying to stay afloat, guys. It's just not working super well. So, we're trying. It's just not working. But anyway. So what has been... Oop, that was the wrong move, but that's okay. It's fine, Dragon Rage. What has been the one thing that you just cannot stand that everybody else loves? Like, I hate pickles. I hate birthday cake. I hate anything cucumber. And I hate anything pickled. I hate cucumbers and I hate anything pickled, so of course pickles are gross. I'm trying to think. What is something else that I hate that everybody loves? I love chocolate. That's why I got so upset when Tobin said something about, you know, chocolate's not good. And I was like, you desecrated chocolate, hashtag Team TJ forever, or something like that. And yes, I am forever Team TJ. I'm loyal to a fault, guys. It's bad. I'm very much a loyal person. Don't ever question my loyalty. Now, you do something that warrants me to not stay loyal. Of course, I'm not gonna stay. But as far as like just, you know, just all of a sudden I don't like you. I'm not gonna put up a facade and say, oh, I hate you all the time, even though I don't, you know, or oh, I like you even though I can't stand your guts. Though sometimes I put on a good smile and just say, yes ma'am, yes sir, whatever. Because I am from the South. My grandmother and I got into a huge argument the other day. Because she tried to claim that I have a Southern accent. And I said, I only have it when I put it on. And then I proceeded to put it on and she didn't even notice. And I was like, mm-hmm. Now, I do say certain things, and I'd say it that way on purpose. Like, I was texting my friend today because I had a straight up nightmare last night. It was the weirdest thing. But, and I was explaining to her the nightmare because there were snakes involved, and I said the phrase, it doesn't make a lick of sense. And yeah, it doesn't. And for those of you who are not from the South, you're probably looking at me like, huh? Doesn't make a lick of sense? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it's a lick of sense. A lick of sense, but that's what they say. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I may have grown up here, but I still don't understand everything. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're looking. Jeez Louise. How far is Carlos away from evolving? Evolving. Wow, leveling up. Wow, he's got so much. Okay, we've been recording for right at about 30 minutes. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go for a couple more minutes just grinding up. I'm gonna try to get shiny up to 45. And then I think we're gonna call it a day. I don't like that though. I don't like that. Because I really want to get you guys some episodes. And yes, this is going to be a really easy episode. There's no badge I have to get or anything like that. But still, it's just like... Oh, excuse me. I could really use a sandwich. I love a good sandwich. There's level 45. Okay, Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut. We'll probably do some sort of grinding montage. And let me see if I can boost up the speed of my, my speed up. Because that was going full-blown speed up, too. We were doing all of that. Like, this is full... Like, I am holding down speed up. And we're just not getting anywhere, really, with it. And I mean, we've gone 30 minutes and I've gained a level. So, what I might actually do then... Can I train against the Elite Four? Just constantly just go through the Elite Four, go bang, 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 bang. Can I do that? And train up for red that way? That might be the best way to go about this. So, here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna end the episode right here. We're gonna take on the Elite Four as part of our challenge in the next episode. And then I'll probably just do grinding of the Elite Four for forever. Because they do get exponentially harder, you know, that sort of stuff. So, let's do that. And I'll figure out something else if that doesn't work. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. Hi, my name is Ash Ryan. I'm sure I didn't say that earlier. I really appreciate you guys coming in and just hanging out with me for a little bit, enjoying some stories and talking about why I hate birthday cake. And yeah, follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. That's pretty much all I got. Sub on here if you're new. Leave a like, comment. You know the deal by now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!